Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give you an update on the 5,000 modular homes that are to come to Jamaica. Now we're looking at the China Harbour Engineering Company Roaring River development in Miami Bay. This is not modular home. These are not the modular homes that the NHT is bringing in. This is a private development, but we're just showing you the size of the development. This is what the NHT is trying to do with the modular homes to build these new massive developments. And when we say NHT, we should say government because it's more than one government entity that's involved. A few housing entities are involved. NHT is one of them. But the government wants to build massive developments like this. And this land that we're looking at out in Miami Bay was actually owned by the government and it was given to China Harbour Engineering Company to offset or given to them as part of the contract to build a highway. Some say it was given to them for them to come to Jamaica, some say it was given to offset the costs, but we'll talk about that in another video. So the government is turning to modular homes because they can be built quicker quicker and cheaper than the the other typical way of doing building homes. The modular homes, they come prefabricated, so you just assemble them on the site. And after the passage of Hurricane Melissa, the government committed to buying 5,000 modular homes. Now, a portion of those homes, or I should say a number of those homes, have arrived and are in the country. I don't think they have been installed yet, but they should be very soon. But of course, we'll keep you guys updated on that development when they start installing them. I'm not sure if they've indicated where the first set are going to go, but they probably will go somewhere out in the western part of the country. So we're going to give you an update on the first set of the modular homes that have arrived. Modular homes are becoming one of the fastest growing segments of the global construction industry because they provide a quicker, more affordable, and more efficient way to build housing. For Jamaica, the government's decision to introduce modular homes through the National Housing Trust and the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority could eventually transform the country's entire housing and construction sector. Unlike traditional homes that are built entirely on site, modular homes are constructed in sections, inside factories or specialized facilities, and then transported to their final destination for assembly. This approach significantly reduces construction time, labor costs, material waste, and weather-related delays. In hurricane-prone countries like Jamaica, this speed is extremely important after disasters when thousands of families need immediate shelter. One of the major advantages of modular homes is rapid deployment. Traditional housing projects in Jamaica can take months or years due to financing delays, shortages of skilled labor, weather interruptions, and bureaucratic approvals. Modular units can be installed within days once land preparation and utility connections are complete. This makes them ideal for disaster recovery, emergency housing, and large-scale social housing programs. Modern modular homes are also far more advanced than many people assume. They are no longer simple temporary containers. Around the world, modular construction is now used for luxury apartments, hotels, student housing, hospitals, schools, and office buildings. Some modular developments are almost indistinguishable from conventionally built structures. The government's proposed two-bedroom modular units may be small initially, but they can provide a foundation for future expansion. Families may later add on additional rooms, verandas, solar systems, water tanks, or upgraded finishes. This incremental housing approach has been used successfully in many developing countries. Another important benefit is resilience. New modular homes can be engineered to withstand hurricanes, floodings, earthquakes, and strong winds better than some informal structures currently found in vulnerable Jamaican communities. The decision by the National Housing Trust to procure thousands of modular homes following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa could become one of the largest emergency housing initiatives in Jamaica's history. The program represents a major shift in how the country responds to natural disasters. According to the government, more than 900 modular container homes have already arrived in Jamaica, with hundreds more on the way. The government has indicated that approximately 5,000 units are expected to be procured under the program announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. The initiative falls under the broader Shelter Recovery Program and will be coordinated alongside the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARO, which has been established to oversee post-hurricane reconstruction and national resilience projects. Alright guys, that's the end of the update. Let us know what you think. Leave your comments in the section below. Alright guys, have a good day.